We ask that, Father, Lord God, you help us, Lord God, assimilate all the knowledge that will be impacted today in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And we use it, oh God, for productivity and high efficiency in Jesus' name.
Amen.
We ask that you minister to the speaker, that he speaks appropriately, and you give him utterance. In Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen.
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 Over to you.
Thank you. I will share my skills from God.
Okay, before
You want to start something?
are you trying to share your what's it called? Your page, so that
I screen. Yeah, exactly.
I just want to quickly introduce Capstone Marketplace to us. It's a marketplace. It's a community for people in the marketplace, and it's an all-round community. However, our niche is that it's Christian based. So all our nuggets, all our meetings, they are premised on Christian ideas, but to help people in the marketplace. So we share knowledge. We like what we are trying to do now. That's what we do, and it's a community. It's a pseudo ministry, and we collaborate, business collaborations, career collaborations, just high efficiency and productivity in the market. That is what we are all about. You can find us on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn, and we have our platform, primary platform on WhatsApp. So that is what we are all about. And this program is part of our Give Back. You can see it's a free program. With what AI is saying in the streets, nobody goes for a free AI masterclass.
It's all about, okay? And I'm also going to be very, very practical. So I wish that your laptops are in front of you. I wish your mobile phones are in front of you. And I wish that you have also, if you're using your mobile phone, I hope you have downloaded ChatGPT on your phone, if possible, Claude, Gemini, and some of them, all of them. I'm going to show you practically. So, but if you're on your laptop, but this is supposed to be a practical class. It's not a talk. It's a class where I will show you practically how to use these tools. It's a training and not a talk. So I suspected that you should have your laptops in front of you, because I've been asked you to share your screen and show us what you have done based on the examples or the assignment I'm going to be giving. This is not really helping, but I have to continue, Sharp.
Yes.
So today we're going to be running through practical tools like ChatGPT. I know some of you already use it, but I'm going to spend maybe close to 1 hour on that, because once you understand the foundation called ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, these LLMs, once you understand the foundation, then it's easy for you to manipulate any other AI tool. Whether you're talking about Gamma, you're talking about Notebook LM, you're talking about Agent, there are so many tools out there, there are thousands. But the foundation of them all is ChatGPT. So if you understand the environment, you understand how to prompt, how to manipulate AI, then you can build a lot of solutions for yourself. So I'm going to take us through the environment, the ChatGPT environment practically, and then we are going to build a business together. But the best way to learn is practical. So the only way we can learn is that you and I, we are going to use ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and all the rest to build a business end to end. By building a business means that we'll conceptualize the business, come up with a business name, come up with the logo of the business, do a deep research on that particular sector to know what's going on in that business. Then we'll come up with a pitch deck for that business. Pitch deck means slides that you give to investors for that business. And then we'll come up with some materials, some marketing materials for the business, like logos, flyers, videos, about that business, and probably if we have enough time, we'll end up building a website for that business. By the time we go through the entire end-to-end cycle of creating a business on AI from beginning to end, you must have learned all the things you need to learn, which involves conceptualization, business plan writing, analysis, financial analysis of the business, creating logos for the business, creating your marketing material, t-shirts, branded materials, creating your flyer for the business, creating a video to market your business, and so on and so forth. But that's how I feel is the best way to maximize our 3 hours. Normally, my classes are 2 days classes, and we start by 9 to 5 p.m. But today, since we're just doing introduction, we're just doing 10 to 1. So, and I'm still under the weather, so I want to just go straight to the point, all right? So yes. Before I start, I'd like to ask some basic questions here so that I understand my audience. Normally, before I do my classes, I normally send out questionnaires, so I will know the percentage of people on basic level, the percentage of people on intermediate, and those on advanced level. That will help me to structure my class and know who are my audience, understand my audience very well, so I know how to pace myself when I'm talking about AI. But before I go ahead, I want to just quiz us a little bit. Please, I like a very interactive class. I can call anybody to answer my questions. So please be ready to answer questions, because without an interactive class, it kills my spirit. Number one, I would like to understand who can explain to us in simple language what AI is all about. Who can explain to us? Not anybody, very quickly. Just in normal English language, not sophisticated definition. What does artificial intelligence mean to you, and what do you use AI for? What does AI mean to you? Anybody that wants to help us class, let's start with that. Yes, who is that? Yes. Deborah, go ahead, Deborah. Go ahead and help us. Yes.
Yeah, Deborah, please go on.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So my understanding of artificial intelligence is it's using computers through coding and programming to make life easy for us. So it's just basically adoption of technology for our day-to-day living. And that's coding, programming, using special programming languages to create solutions to everyday problems. Thank you.
But that definition is actually, thanks for the attempt, but it's wrong. It's totally wrong, actually. Because before AI came about, AI has been around for about 30 years, 40 years. Because, for example, how many of us remember when we were typing on Word documents? We were typing on Word documents and it underlines a particular sentence. That sentence is wrong, right? It tells you that particular spelling is wrong, that particular phrase is wrong, that particular sentence is wrong. That is AI in action, and that has been in Word documents for donkey years. So artificial intelligence has been around for a while, but artificial intelligence, the way we know it today, that evolved or came into fruition after the launch of ChatGPT 3.5 years ago.
Emmanuel Ojo also raised his hand. Maybe, Emmanuel, you want to say something?
Excuse me, ma'am, please allow me to handle the class. All right?
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Yes, please. Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, there's a difference. So you have to understand that AI has been around for a while, and this evolution of AI that started with ChatGPT is quite different. And that is why your definition sounded good by saying that using programming languages, learning. So programming languages have been around before ChatGPT. We have been using programming languages for automation is not AI. Automation is just a fraction of AI. You understand? So we have been using programming languages to make things easy for us. We have a lot of physical automations, computer-based automations, and we've already had that. So I want us to understand what AI is. All right, Deborah, so hand still raised up. Do you want to clarify your definition now? Your hand is still raised up. Do you want to clarify? Before we go to Joe, do you want to clarify your definition? Okay, it's okay. Sorry, okay. Rahman, please, can you help us? What do you think is AI? Let's be fast so we can go into practicals. All right.
All right. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
In my own word, AI is the development of computer system capable of performing a specific task in human-like form.
Thank you very much. You are very close. You are closer to the answer. Very, very close. Emmanuel Ojo, do you want to help us? Abraham, you are very, very close to the answer. Very, very close to the answer. So Emmanuel Ojo, help us.
Yes. Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah,
Yes, morning. So
So artificial intelligence is like making a computer intelligent, in the sense that making the computer to be able to think, to perform tasks, and to solve problems the way a natural human being or an expert in that field would solve that problem.
Thank you very much. Let us celebrate Emmanuel. Let us celebrate it. That is the answer. So you can celebrate. This is an emoji. You can use the emoji. Use the emoji. Just celebrate. That's how I describe. Let's celebrate him, all right? Emmanuel, thank you so much for that definition. Thank you. So artificial intelligence, the word intelligence means that we are trying to actually make computers to behave like a natural human being. So every other thing that a natural human being can do, you want computers, to be able to do that. And for that to happen, it means that you need to train these computers or train these systems with data, human data, a lot of human data. That is why most of the AIs that we're using today, like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and DeepSeek, and the rest, they've been trained with billions of human data over the internet. All right, they've been hooked up to the internet for years, and they've been trained with so much inferences, so much data points, and now they're able to now predict, and they're able to now use that data that have been fed to synthesize, to build artificial intelligence. That's what they call it AI. We've already consumed the natural data available. We are now able to synthesize data that doesn't even exist, but that is actually coherent and relevant to any subject matter. So they're able to. So at the point, in fact, when ChatGPT came up, if we watch those of us that used ChatGPT early 2024 or 2023 late, you realize that there was a cutoff date. They will tell you that ChatGPT has a cutoff date for probably December 2023. That means any information you're asking about ChatGPT above December 2023, they tell you, I don't have an answer to that. That is because they were trained on historical data. But with time, they've gone beyond that historical data. They are now able to create synthetic intelligence. That means they're able to now begin to use those data to infer, to predict, and to create coherent knowledge that will fit for today's service. So AI actually is trying to do what humans can do, but able to do it better. In fact, the aim of AI that everybody is running is called AGI. There's a particular goal of AI, and that goal for AI is called Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, which means when we get to the AGI level, it means that AI can be more intelligent than all the 8 billion people on Earth combined. So if they combine the intelligence of 8 billion people on Earth, all the professors, all the scientists, all the engineers, all the spiritual people, by the time you combine all their knowledge, by the time AI gets to that AGI level, all our knowledge, AI is able to exceed them. But right now, AI still has some deficiencies. Do you understand? For example, there are still areas where AI has not conquered. Like I was teaching Society of Mechanical Engineering or Composite Petroleum Engineers. If you look at the engineering sector, AI has not been able to conquer engineering perfectly because engineering has both hardware and software. It's more like 70% hardware. Or like architectural engineering, building of bridges. There's still a lot of areas that AI is still trying to conquer. But when they get to the AGI level, it means that any form of knowledge on Earth, any form of intelligence on Earth, AI have already superseded it. And that is a very dangerous level. And we are praying that when they get to that level, that AI will not take over this world. All right. So, but I thank you for that definition. So AI is about making computers doing the natural things that man can do. For example, now they use AI for drug discovery. So drug discovery can take 20 years before to discover drugs can take 10 years. Now they're able to accelerate drug discovery that will take scientists normally 10, 20 years to do. They're now doing it in months. So AI is now doing the work of drug scientists. All right, so that's the thing. Okay, number 2 question before I proceed to the practicals. Who wants to tell me the meaning of LLM? What's the meaning of LLM? Who knows the meaning? LLM. What does LLM mean? That's another a big term about using AI. Yes, Emmanuel, you want to go again? What's LLM?
Yes, sir. Large language model.
Thank you very much. So LLM means large language model. Can you give me an example of LLM that you know? Example of LLM. What's an example of an LLM?
Okay, I can say an LLM is like Claude, Queen, each other one, or ChatGPT. That's what I can
say. Thank you very much. Okay, Engineer Abdulrahman, who want to help us flesh out that one? What's an example of an LLM?
Our Google, our Open AI, our Meta AI, that's basically it.
Okay, so LLMs are large language models. Like I said, they are models that were the foundation of this AI revolution. Example, ChatGPT is an LLM. It's a large language model because they're trained with historical data, billions of points of historical data. And initially, LLMs were just garbage in, garbage out. So you ask a question and they give you an answer. So you can ask who is Tinubu, and it's able to go search the entire internet. So it was almost like Google. In the beginning, LLMs were behaving like Google. You understand? So you know, ask Google question, Google will search the internet and bring answers for you. But the difference is that when you ask Google question in those days, Google will just bring out a bunch of blue links, what we call blue links. These are just links that you have to click to do further research by yourself. So Google can give you a short description, then that gives you links to websites, links to documents, documentaries, videos, and everything. So that's how Google works. But when these LLMs came, they are able to synthesize the particular, able to gather information from the internet in seconds and then present it in such a way that it is easy for you to understand. So instead of giving you assignment like Google to go and check websites, go and watch video, they're able to do all that for you and then summarize it in a way that the answer makes sense to you. And that is why people fell in love with ChatGPT. That's why the whole world fell in love with Claude, Gemini. All these guys are examples of LLMs. All right. So today we're going to focus on LLMs, starting with ChatGPT, and hopefully we will touch tools like Gamma. Gamma is for doing your presentation. Hopefully we will touch tools like InVideo or Agent or Clean AI for videos, and then we'll talk tools like Notebook LM. But at the end of the day, and then maybe Lovable is for building websites. I hope that in these 3 hours, my plan is to take you through 3, 4, 5 practical tools that you can start using immediately if you are not using them. So let us start with, what would I call them? Let us start with ChatGPT, because I tell you ChatGPT is the grandfather of them all, although Claude is giving it a run for his money, but it's still the grandfather. Close to 1 billion people have signed up for ChatGPT under 3 years, close to 1 billion. We have 800 million people using ChatGPT every week. Do you understand? So it's the number one guy when it comes to AI. So if you understand it, it's easy to understand other AIs. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's tiny.
Yes. I'm sharing my entire screen.
Yeah, it's big. It's big on my hand, though.
Are you using a mobile device or are you using a laptop? I hope you're using your laptop because you can't learn this thing with mobile device alone sometimes.
Yeah, we are using our laptop. I'm using my laptop.
Yeah, with laptop is large.
Yeah. All right, let's proceed. So this is ChatGPT. This is the guy that launched the so-called AI revolution that we're enjoying today. This is the guy that started. So I believe that at one point or the other, with the popularity of ChatGPT, you must have either used it. What is this AI about? I mean, you must have typed 1 or 2 questions and gotten an answer. So, but let's just take it through the environment. All right. So this is where you chat. So this is where you send your command, which is called prompting. So I tell people that prompt engineering is the most important engineering today. And there are principles of prompting, which I'm going to show you, called the ICC framework for prompting. All right. The ICC framework of prompting that allows you to get the best out of your artificial intelligence. The difference between an AI novice and an AI expert is the ability to structure their commands using the framework so that they can get the best out of that AI. You know, that's why if you give 2 students an assignment to use ChatGPT, somebody will come up with a better report than the other person because it's based on their level of mastery on how to prompt those AIs. Okay, so well, this is the environment. Okay, so we have new chat. So under this new chat, we have a plus sign. This plus sign allows you to go and add photos. So if I want to add a photo, I can add a photo from my computer. I can reference photos. I can add files. I can add documents on my computer. I hope you can see my screen. So the beauty of this is that you can add any document for the sake of referencing them when you are trying to prompt, or you are trying to analyze the document, or you are trying to use the content of the document to produce another report. So you can actually attach any kind of document. You can attach up to 10 documents at a time. So it can be a combination of images, a combination of videos, a combination of Excel sheet. You can attach spreadsheet at the same time, Word document, PowerPoint, PDF, PNG, JPEG. You can have any kind of tools. You can attach as many documents, up to 10 at a time. And then you can reference all these 10 documents in a prompt. all depending on what you want to do. So we're going to do some examples like analyzing financial statements, analyzing agreement documents, NDAs between people, and see how these things can help you. So the plus sign, the first thing there is to add photos. The second thing there is to create image. When you put this create image, it means that this create image means that you are in the mode to create things like flyers, images, photos, and so on and so forth. All right, so that's what create image does. Then this website, if you put on website, it means you want to search the internet. Then this deep search is one of the biggest features of ChatGPT. It's also available on I think DeepSeek. It's available on Perplexity. It's available on Gemini. All these are examples of LLMs. All right. Now the beauty of this deep research is that it does magic for you in terms of going into the internet and bringing things about any subject matter you can think of. It can bring the kind of research that would have taken you 3 weeks to do, that would have taken you 1 month to do. I'll give you a practical example. I use this to make a lot of money. If you ask me to come and do a business plan for you, I will charge you 2 million. I charge 2 million for business plan, because I will use the same deep research tool to go and do search for you. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine in Lagos said he wanted to establish an LPG plant. You know what an LPG plant is? To be selling this gas cooker. You want to do gas cooker. So we wanted to bring a plant somewhere around towards Shangotedo area in Lagos, all right? And they wanted to, I think it's Shangotedo or some of that area, something like that. So he wanted to do a deep research, a business plan for him. I used this particular tool. Funny enough, this tool was able to tell us all the other competitors in that area that sell cooking gas, their names, in fact, how much they are selling their cooking gas. So I began to wonder, how does AI know things that we don't know? Even the guy that lives in that Shangotedo, he was surprised to see people that are selling the same cooking gas that he didn't know exists in that axis. But this search can go and check everybody that's a competitor in that axis, what they are selling, how they are selling it, how they are doing their marketing, what distributions they're choosing. It's a very powerful tool. Number 2 example, I was teaching some pastors here in Abuja, and one of the lead pastor, she said I should do a search on all the restaurants in Abuja, their menu, what kind of food they sell, and how much they sell their food in Abuja. We use this same tool practically. He was able to give us a table of the major restaurants in Abuja, in Barimpa, in Wuse, Gariki, Jabi, Jagi, Kaladimawa, and he was able to give you their menu and their prices. You understand that? So that will guide you to look if I want to open a restaurant in Gariki, this is the average price in Gariki. I want to open my restaurant in Wuse, this is the average price they charge in Wuse. So it's a very powerful tool. I keep saying that this is one of the best things that AI has given to us. The ability to do search in 30 minutes that will have taken you 1 month to do. You get it? I will flow it together. So the next thing there is this OpenAI platform. Just saying it myself for the first time. I don't know what this. I think they're trying to call the main platform. Your Google Drive, Canva, Gmail, and all the rest. So these are all what they call tools that can be integrated for to make your work easier. For automation, we'll come to that later in some other class. To automate your systems. For example, you can draft an email, and I use ChatGPT to draft email. I click a button on ChatGPT, and it sends that email on my behalf to my Gmail. You can send email on my behalf. Perplexity can do that. All of them can do that now. Once you integrate your Gmail to ChatGPT, you can draft an email here and then send that email, click a button, and it will send the email on your behalf from ChatGPT. So those integrations are available, all right? So this is just telling you about the chat interface. How does it work? Then let us look at other aspects of ChatGPT. But are you guys learning on it? Am I too fast? I just want to know whether I'm fast or slow. Are you guys learning?
It's perfect.
Yes, but you can be a bit slow.
No problem. I just help that you guys can just speak what you do to people. Because we have 3 hours and I'm trying to do justice. I can't do more than that. All right. So if you look at this button here, that's what they call instant. That's what they call picture. You have intelligence. You have eye, and then you have some other things like this. Right now, this instant, what it means is that you are using a model, because there are different models or different what they call modes. There are different modes and models of AI. All right. So this instant model means that you are trying to make an inquiry from ChatGPT, but you don't want ChatGPT to do a deep search on the subject matter. Just give me a surface level answer to my question. That's instant. Now, when if you put it on medium, it means that you have calibrated it so that it can do medium level research before it gives you an answer to your prompt. Then high means that you want it to do high level research. So it is slower, so it's going to take some time to regurgitate what you have sent to it and then to bring forth the answers that you want. Then when you go to the intelligence level, I'm sure this is not available to my level because there are different, what will I call it, different packages. There is the free package, there is the pro plan, business plan, all kinds of plans. So this particular intelligence level is for those in higher level, maybe pro plan that pays $200 a month. I pay $20 a month. So, and there's another one for $7 or $8 a month or so. So I think this intelligence was left for the high level boys. Those ones are people who are scientists, those who are in the stock market, and they want to actually do predictive analysis on the stock market, and they want to use it to actually do trading. You can actually build a trading solution from here, and it's actually be trading on your behalf or be giving you signals on which stock to buy from the New York Stock Exchange. So for that level of intelligence, it depends on the kind of package that you paid for. Now, these are different models, So ChatGPT over the time has been building one level of model. Some models are good for reasoning, some models are good for instant answers, some models are good for analysis. But now they are not consolidating all the features into one model. So the latest model of ChatGPT we have today is called the GPT 5.5. And also yesterday they are trying to launch 5.6. United States government is telling them to slow down to launch it, first of all, to a group of persons before they make it open to the public, because these models are becoming more dangerous. They are becoming more sophisticated. In fact, there's one that was called Fable 5 or Mythos that was launched by Claude, and American government shut it down within 24 hours because that can be used to control missiles. People can hack into it and control some things in the American government. So American government said they have to shut it down and just leave it to people in America alone. So these models are becoming crazier, they're becoming super intelligent, that even the American government is threatened by these models as these guys are releasing now. So for 5.5 is all inclusive, and that is the latest model. So but they can allow you to go down to previous models because some of them have some unique capabilities that 5.5 may not have. So if you understand them, you can go down to O3. O3 is good for reasoning. You want to build slow processes, more intelligent things, you can use O3 for it. Hello, amen. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
I'm
can.
not seeing you like because as I'm sharing my screen, so don't worry. I did that. It was something. All right. Let's go to search chat. So what search chat got for you is that it allows you to search your chat. For example, like someone like you go down here, you see that I have almost unlimited chats because I use ChatGPT almost every day of my life. Not just me. I share my account with my son. My son also uses ChatGPT like me. The guy, I don't even need to use it more than me now. My son uses it, my wife uses it, my house girl uses it. So they use my account. So sometimes I see some chat from my son. I don't know what he's chatting on football or whatever he's doing on it. So we have unlimited chats. All right, we have so many things that we're doing. So sometimes you cannot be to search for a particular set. All you need to do is to put a particular keyword. So if I'm looking for a client, maybe I need the clients, I've done something for Paps, and I want to find out, okay, after State Bank, what have I done for them? All right, I just click Paps and I can set. So that is just set. I don't want to waste time on that. The next thing is called library. I want to take you to the library. So the library gives information of every attachment you have made, every document that you have attached, every document that you have generated is this set. So things that you have generated, whether they call them images, so it can be images. Look at the images. You will see images that I have attached and the ones that I have generated. This is like my phone, like my library. All right, and files. All the files that I have attached to the analysis. You can see my files here. So many of them. So the library allows you to go through your existing files. All right, on it. And there is a very good thing. This is also a new feature. This scheduled is also a new feature where you can actually schedule things like I want a daily brief. I want daily brief. So the system can give you a personalized daily brief with updates about topics that you care about. So, for example, if you care about, let's say, football, like the World Cup, you can do what they call like a World Cup daily recap. So just do a recap of what happened in the World Cup every day. All right, you can set up a brief because at the end of each match day, recap the results, biggest moments, tournament implications, breakout players, and what to watch tomorrow. So you can see that it's already doing the work. So you can actually set this every morning. You wake up, you can get a brief recap. This is a new feature that just came up. I'm just seeing it for myself for the first time. So I think this guy is so difficult keeping in line with them now because they're doing a whole lot. So this is schedule. So under scheduled, you're able to schedule what you want, alerts, and so on and so forth. They are beautiful tools. The next thing there is called apps, all right? Apps, and like I told you before, you can actually integrate different type of apps. For me, I still feel that ChatGPT is struggling with this. Like I told you, you can integrate your Gmail, and ChatGPT can create an email and send an email for you. But there are other tools, other LLMs that do this better than ChatGPT. For example, there is a tool called Perplexity. Can you guys see my screen? I put Perplexity. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So Perplexity is also like a competitor to ChatGPT. But the difference is that Perplexity is an AI wrapper. An AI wrapper means that it doesn't have its own model. Rather, it runs on 19 different models. So Perplexity runs on GPT. It runs on Claude models. It runs on Meta models. Meta means Facebook. Because Facebook have their Llama models. All right. So, and there are a lot of Chinese models like DeepSeek, Wen, and the rest. So Perplexity is an AI wrapper. It wraps all these models, 19 of them, and it's very powerful. For example, what I'm calling Perplexity because I once used Perplexity to link my Gmail, and I asked it to please generate email to 700 people in my Gmail, and I went to sleep. It generated the email, and it sent the email on my behalf to over 700 people while I was sleeping. So I woke up and I saw that Perplexity had sent email to 700 people in my Gmail contacts. That's to tell you how powerful these guys are. That is why most of these LLMs today that evolve in such a way that you can actually do what they call connectors. You can come and connect apps, different type of apps to them, and you can do a lot. In fact, there's one that is raining now. That one is called Vibe Prospecting. I don't know if you see it. Let me see if they have it. Vibe Prospecting. I don't think they have it, but so that one is actually found in Claude. Claude has Vibe Prospecting. What Vibe Prospecting does is that people don't know about it. If you go to Claude, let's go to Claude. So this is Claude, right? Claude is another competitor to ChatGPT. This is Claude. Because because all of them, they share the same commonality. They share the same features. They're all LLMs, large language models, all right? So Claude is one of the biggest competitors to ChatGPT. On Claude, for example, you can link, that's what they call connectors. Connectors or apps, all right? You can click on connectors, browse connectors, and then you can link your Gmail, you can link so many, you can see the same thing. Just like ChatGPT, you can link all kinds of tools that you already use. You already have a course. You need to have an account in all these tools. Then you link them, CRMs, a lot of things, Google Drive, Canva, you can link them and do things from Claude or ChatGPT or Perplexity. So the one I was trying to tell you guys about was I don't know what's wrong with the system. Oh, my laptop is hanging. So let me type Vibe Prospecting, all right? So I'm trying to do it. So you can see it here. This Vibe Prospecting, what it does that allows you to actually search for leads. So when you link it to Claude, you can actually ask Claude to say, tell me all the HR managers in Abuja that are looking for XYZ. And it will go, it has a database of almost 800 million people, professionals. So if you want to link Vibe Prospecting, like me, I've already linked it to my Claude account. So I can actually go and search for any kind of things. Or you can see if I click on the plus sign, you can see if I click on connectors, you can see I already have Vibe Prospecting already on. So I can type here and say, I want to know people who are IT specialists in Abuja, all the IT specialists, blah, blah, blah in Abuja. And it will actually give it to you, generate the email, and send the email on your behalf. Or it will give you a draft for you to copy and paste your Gmail and send the email. So I just try to give you an example of what apps are all about. So let me go back to ChatGPT. Where's my computer? So if you come to apps allow you to connect these apps and then use them straight inside ChatGPT. Hello, any questions up to now? I'm just trying to take you through the environment before we go to the main practicals. Are we good? Are we good?
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
great.
so but I don't know.
All right, thank you very much. So the next thing on the line, there you can see Codex. I don't want to. Codex is very powerful. So Codex is actually it is used for coding for those who want to do coding. So I click on Codex now. I click on Codex. This is Codex. So we want to build apps. We want to build websites. This is what. So ChatGPT created Codex to answer to Claude and the rest. I already have Claude code work and the rest. So you can actually build apps now and websites on ChatGPT. But you need to download Codex into your backbone. Like I already have it downloaded, so I don't like using Codex. When it comes to building apps and websites, I have other tools that I use, like Lovable. I use Lovable to build my apps. I use Lovable to build my websites. So, but Codex allows you that it's one of the best. From the analysis we have to do, Codex is like number one or number two when it comes to building apps and websites using AI today. It's one of the best in the world. And you train. Hello, sorry. My daughter is here. So, okay, sorry guys. So, my daughter is giving me. So, okay, so these are some of the parts. This is some of the environment here, Codex and the rest. Okay. Now, on that thing I want to talk about here is what they call projects. Look at the word projects. Now, projects are like folders, or like when you talk about folders, projects are like folders, like the normal app, like the normal computer. You have what they call files, like folders, like folders. That's why you keep things together. Now, because for somebody like me and you, I don't know, I have so many chats. It becomes confusing. That is why they created what they call projects. So if you click on project now, you can see I have this like Obalu folder, ID for cabinet, for this is my business. I have a spiritual folder. So if I click on my spiritual folder, this is where I put all my quiet time, Bible reading, all the things I do, preparing of messages or sermons or anything. I put them under my spiritual project. All right. Now, if I click on my business project, like for example, here, if I click on it, you can see I have things under it. My business stuff are under it here, under my business folder. So you can actually create a project very easily. So you click the plus sign here, you can create any project, and there's just give it like it's like a folder. So give it a name like your family folder, your business folder. You can create multiple folders, and then you can now begin to add your charts inside those folders so that it's organized. It allows you to organize your chat GPT. Okay, very easy. You can create folders, and at the same time, you can also add existing charts to some folders. So if I click on this existing chart now, I can click and it's already under card network. So let me look for one that's not under something. I can go to an existing chart and I can decide to push this existing chart, move it to a particular project. Let's say I want to move it to this particular project. You can say I've moved it to a particular project. So it goes under, you can see it now, it has come under card network enterprise. All right. So I'll put it here under this project. Okay. So in your project folder, you can have sources, that is like documents you can have attached. You can also have charts and so on and so forth. So this is very good for organizing your ChatGPT, especially as you begin to use it more often than I do, and you have a lot of charts. It allows you to organize your charts into folders or projects. Okay, so before we round up on the interface area, there's still some things I need to talk about. I don't know if they removed it from here. One of them is called GPTs. I'm looking for GPTs here. Now, can you see this? Some of you that are using the free version, some things I'm showing you, they don't have them, so don't be confused. By using the free version of ChatGPT, some of the features may not be available on the free version. But I want to ask you guys, do you guys have GPTs? Can you see GPTs on your ChatGPT? I want to know if you can have, if you see it, so I know that I can talk about it.
I'm in free version. I don't have it.
You have GPT. Just check by the right hand side. You should put it to have it. Check by the right hand side. You have GPTs on the right hand side. Just check. Anybody have GPTs?
Please, if there's noise at your background, please mute so that it will only facilitate speaking. Thank you.
Okay, so let me show you what GPT is about. So just even if you don't have it, but I believe that if you start using ChatGPT, you have to pay for. You have to pay because it's good. I pay with joy, and I used 30-something thousand, 20-something thousand. I pay 16,500 because I linked my Google Pay account. Once you link your Google Pay account and you link your normal debit account, all right, I pay 16,500. I don't need to have an agreement with Google or something, but I don't pay the full amount. My system charges me 16,500 because I linked my Google Pay account. So you can enjoy that discount, 50% discount. I've been on it for close to 2 years now. But it is good for you to go beyond the free account, please. I've advised you because I use it every day of my life. I don't regret paying. In fact, it's the only debit that I get and I enjoy. Whenever I see that debit, I smile because I make millions from it. So why should I not pay 16,000 every month? All right. So the point I'm making is that GPTs. Let me not show you what GPTs are all about. Now, GPTs were designed to allow us create specific ChatGPT models that handle specific tasks. And then it was created for like a marketplace where people can create apps. So just the way you have Android apps, you have iPhone apps, right? You know, that be an Android marketplace called Google Store. Google Store, where you have different apps, all right? And then I'm sure the iPhone users, they have the Apple Store, all right, where you have apps. So GPTs are like the Google Store for ChatGPT. That is where they allow us to everybody can create apps. And those apps can be used by you individually, or you can publish them so that the whole world can use them. So we have different type of GPTs. So instead of calling them apps, we call them GPTs, all right? So we have what they call productivity GPTs, we have lifestyle GPTs, we have research and analysis GPT, and so on and so forth. Programming GPT. So education-based GPT. So you can create GPTs. Like me now, I have created my GPT. So you click on this place and see my GPT, the ones I have created. Over the course of the years, as I teach classes around the world, my own self, I create GPTs. For example, now this is Bible answer guide. So, and a GPT is usually designed to solve maybe just one problem. While the real ChatGPT can solve multiple problems, a GPT is designed as a customized version of ChatGPT for a specific purpose. It is customized version of ChatGPT to solve a specific problem. So this one now is Bible answer guide. If you click on it, its function is to answer Bible. I'm sure it failed because I think this was I don't know who created it. I think my son. It was not fully created. Let me go back to my interview. Right. All right, so let me go back to my GPT. So I don't know who did that. Somebody created that and didn't finish it. Okay, so there are so many of them I have here. So many of them. I can click on load more. Let me give you examples of the ones that can look at. Let me load more. So there's one I call Nigerian Tax Reform Bill, right? This Nigerian Tax Reform Bill is a GPT designed to answer all questions on the Nigerian Tax Reform Bill. So if you have any questions on the Nigerian Tax Reform Bill, this new tax that government created, I created this one and I attached the document so that it can answer questions for example, how the 2025 tax reforms impact SMEs, what are the key changes in tax reforms, and so on and so forth. I will show you guys maybe if time permits how to go to GPT. So if you click any of those questions, it will search the knowledge base attached to it on the internet and to give people answers specifically on anything called tax reforms. Or you can see it's giving me answers on it, all right, on how to answer questions on tax reforms. You can ask any question and it's going to answer. And the way we design GPTs, we design GPTs in such a way that it does not answer questions outside what it has been designed for. So if you come and be asking these questions about Messi and Ronaldo, it will tell you I am not designed to answer questions on Messi and Ronaldo. I'm only designed to answer questions on tax reforms. So that's why GPTs are very important. And once you create a GPT, you can link it to your website. So you can actually use GPT to create more like an FAQ system that answers any question about your business. And you can link it to your website so that when people come, instead of giving them just a static FAQ, You know what they call FAQ now? Frequently asked questions on the website. Instead of giving them a static FAQ that answers about 5 or 6 questions, you can give them a GPT that is dynamic because you have already linked your website to it. You have linked your process manual to it. You have linked all your product information to it. So it's able to answer dynamic questions that the customers will have on the website. You understand? You can link a GPT to your website and it will be very dynamic, answers questions for your business. I have a lot of examples on GPT. There's one I created for business. There's one I created for I don't know where the search button is here. Let me see. Oh, why can't I have a search button? Let me look for it. So I created one for ideas that allows you to identify. There's one I created called the Money Maker. Now this is the Money Maker. So what the Money Maker does is that it gives you ideas on how to make money. All right. So for example, you can tell Money Maker, I have 100,000 naira. How do I make 1 million in 2 weeks? Okay. So let me ask that question. I have 100,000 naira. How can I make 1 million naira in 2 weeks? I'll enter. So that's the work of the Money Maker. So making 1 million naira from 100,000 in just 2 weeks means turning your money into 10x its value. All right. There is no legitimate investment that can reliably do this in the time frame. Anyone guaranteeing a 10x return in 2 weeks is almost certainly running a scam or exposing you to an extremely high risk of losing your capital. Now, the better approach is to use your 100,000 as working capital and combine it with your skills, network, and time. Now, blah, 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 blah. So it's not that guiding you, it's asking some questions. What do you do for work? So based on the answers we provide, it's able to give you a plan on how you can possibly make 1 million naira in 2 weeks, if possible. So did you guys learn anything from GPT? So GPTs can be created easily. It's created easily now. So I go back to my list of GPTs. I don't know why it's now. There's a plus sign here. If you click on this plus sign here, you can actually create a GPT and it's very easy to create. Just tell ChatGPT, I want to create a GPT that does XYZ. Who can give us an example of a GPT? Let's create one together. Before I proceed, I want to make sure you understand because once you pay, this is a very good tool to learn. Who has an example of a GPT we can create together? Who has an example? Any example in your head? Any example? What do you want to do?
Maybe how to run my business better or something. Maybe your kind of business. You type it in. That would be the prompt. Or like the example you gave. How can I give a position of where your business is or where your career is? And you say, how can I get it to this level? Maybe in the next 2 quarters or something like that. I don't know. Is that in general?
It's general, but let us pass it. Create a GPT to provide career advancement advice.
Advice in let's say.
Can I contribute, please?
Yeah, go ahead and contribute.
Yeah, so yesterday I was at a conference and I heard that there is an AI that, a lady was going for NYSC. So she has a a cake shop. So she drafted all the recipes and how to do it, she drafted everything from A to Z, how to respond to customers and how to, when a customer asks a question, the way they should respond. She drafted all the script. Is this something we can do with the GPTs as well?
Of course, you can do that. So just tell me what you want. Just explain that in one sentence. What do you think you should do? So the GPT does what? It guides you on how to do what? Talk now. You said the lady did work now.
She's not going to be around for 2 weeks. She's going for orientation.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's leaving her business with her employees, 2 employees. So she has trained them on scripts on how to respond to customers, how to bake the cake, how to follow each processes. They don't have to think. She's just giving them everything step by step, and she did it with GPT.
So that's very powerful. It can be done. I'm just saying, so that's a very good example. So that when they ask a question, it answers. So you can do anything. You can do that. It's like, but let us do a simple one. Then on your own, you can give us an assignment and share with me on WhatsApp. Because you have to look at the time. And so, what? Anybody anything? Are you saying something? Okay, so let's create a GPT to provide career advisement in banking. So let us be specific in banking, all right? So this is an example of a GPT. So I just give this feedback, and then watch how GPT will guide you into how to create this GPT. In those days, we used to configure tool. We used to configure tool. You have to put the name of the GPT, describe the GPT, put the instructions, conversation starters, like those four buttons, questions that anybody can click to start the conversation. Then you have to upload your knowledge, what they call your knowledge bank. So like that girl now, she already has like a write-up of what she wants in terms of how to do the bakery, how to answer customers. She has to put it in a knowledge bank, like a Word document or a PDF. Then she will attach that knowledge base here, so that when her girls ask a question, the GPT will reference what she has uploaded. All right, here and answer them. Okay, so that's what. But in those days, we do this, but now life is easy. We use the create version, and we just ask ChatGPT to create the GPT for us. Something is wrong there. Are you guys seeing that? I don't know, my internet has gone off. Are you still guys figuring?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, so I think the internet just went off, but the GPT is not responding. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh the GPT. Something is not working. Oh, Father, we thank you. Okay. To create a GPT to provide career advancement. Gemini, I asked for a picture. He went and got a cartoon of something totally different from what I was even working on. But me and my son were just laughing. I would not even know where he got the cartoon from. So that cartoon would have been somebody else's request. They routed it to me from somewhere else in the world. So that sometimes I've seen such glitches. I've seen, because once there's a demand on the server, and that's why they're building bigger servers. They're taking a lot of, because AI demands a lot of energy. The energy consumption of AI is astronomical, but it's too much. So that's one of the glitches we are suffering. AI demand is too much. So create a career. I will try this one more time. It doesn't work. Move on. Create a career advancement advice GPT for the banking sector. When you are typing, you don't need to worry about whether your sentence is correct or not. But let me try this one more time. I don't think it's working. Something is broken in the system. I hope you are able to do that some other time. Something is definitely wrong in the GPT system. So let's move on. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is the settings page. Very important, because people ask me this question all the time. So if you click on this place where you have my name below, you can see I am on the Plus account. Let's look at the upload plan. So you have to see that there are different types of this personal plan and there's business plan. All right, for those of us who are trying to understand it. So this personal plan, you have the Pro plan, $8 a month. You have I am on the Plus plan. Then you have the Pro plan. Like I told you, some things are not available. On this lower you need to get to the, but I cannot pay $100 a month to the Pro plan. I told you guys, because I linked my book for it. So why am I not saying this? Why am I not saying that? All right. So our advice at minimum go for the Pro plan, $8. $8 is like 10,000. You can't keep it. So something was wrong with my mouse. So something is wrong with the system. My mouse is just misbehaving. Something is not right.
Is it raining at your side?
No, it's not a bit. No, I thought I'm gone. Okay, let's go back to the settings. Let's click on this place. Let's go back to the settings page. Click on settings. I want us to learn some things in the settings page. So here is where you come to set a lot of things. One of the things you can set here is if you want to do, people that like dark black, they want the dark theme. You understand? Some people like to use dark theme. Some people like to use light theme. I like to use system. System means anyone that works for the system will then contracts. Now, asset column. Accent color, I think you can choose blue, you can choose orange. So by accent color, it means, for example, that if you come here and click on new chart, you can find out that this color is now orange because I selected an accent color. So the accent colors become orange instead of green. You go back to settings and so on and so forth. Then you can also change, you can see it's orange instead of green. So you can change your accent color. Your language, this is where it's over 180 languages. You can select your preferred language here to type. All right, that's why it's a global platform. And then one of the areas that people ask me questions is area of data controls. Now, under this data controls, you can see that the first thing there is improve the model for everyone, and I put it at off. It's for me, I set it as off because it's not on. Now, what that means is that if you select it as on, it means that every data that you feed into this system can be used by ChatGPT to improve itself. All right, because some people are really worried about privacy. So if you are dealing with sensitive customer data, like you are dealing with sensitive business data, like you don't want to be the whole world to have access to it, or you don't want ChatGPT to have access to it, you can off this particularity, don't give them the permission. So that, like for companies, professional companies, customer companies, consultancies, banks that use sensitive customer data, although those ones they actually go for the business account. And for the business account, they have a higher level of privacy between you and OpenAI, the owners of ChatGPT. But this one is what everybody can do. The off it, but the on it here, it means you are giving them the opportunity to use your data to improve their model. Same thing with voice. Every voice conversation you have with AI, if you toggle this on, it means that you are giving them the opportunity to use your voice conversation to train their model. I hope you guys learned something. We also have parental control. Like me, you add a family member, link them with their email, and say this is my child, and so that you put their email. So when they're using whatever, you can control it for parental control. All right, you have trusted contact. You add the contact that you trust. All right, and so on and so forth. So you can play around with this. I don't have time to do this. Now let's go into the use of ChatGPT proper. So we can start building our business. We hope that in the next 2 hours we're able to do the whole business end to end, because that's why I think you're going to learn quickly, learn faster, and so on and so forth. So to start with, we need to understand what they call the ICC framework. Please write it down. The ICC framework, because AI is all about prompting. Like I told you, the ability to prompt is what differentiates you from the other person on the AI journey. All right. And for you to prompt very well, you need to use the ICC framework. Now, I stands for instruction, I stands for instruction, the C stands for context, and the last C stands for constraints. So you have instruction, context, and constraint. So it's called the ICC framework: instruction, context, and constraint.
So I can't hear you.
All right, so great. So what does it mean? Instruction. So one thing about instruction is that you can give this instruction and say, let me know about the respiratory system. This thing I just typed now, even if the English is not correct, it's an instruction, all right? And it's a generic instruction. Let me know about the respiratory system. Now, you can see, giving the answer that the respiratory system is a group of organs that help your body take in oxygen, remove carbon dioxide, blah, 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 blah. Now, this thing just assume that I'm talking about the respiratory system of humans. You didn't ask me if it's the respiratory system of snakes, of rats, of camels, or anything. I was not specific. So the first law is the law of the instruction, the eyes instruction. But now to make this thing much more better, I can go back and edit what I put. So if I click here, I can copy my prompt or I can edit my message. So I can go back and say, tell me about the respiratory system for rats. Now I'm adding what? Context. Because now the context is not general respiratory system, but it's not the respiratory system for rats. Now, I can now add what they call constraints. The constraints can be that explain it to me as if I am a 15-year-old. So I'm adding tradition to add constraints. So it's not explaining to me as if I'm a medical professor. Because there's a difference between an explanation to a medical professor and there's a difference between an explanation to me as a 15-year-old. So I can say, explain it to me in less than 100 words, like I am a 15-year-old. So you can see you have obeyed the ICC framework. One, I provided instruction. Two, I provided context. And three, I'm giving it constraints. The first constraint is that it should be in less than 100 words. I don't want anything above 100 words. Number two, the tone to be like talking to a 15-year-old. So if I click on send now, you can see that I've prompted what I wanted, and you can see the respiratory system of rats helps you to print. You can see it's less than 100 words. And if you look at this grammar now, it has changed. Let's look at it together. Now, the respiratory system of a rat helps you to breathe by taking in oxygen and removing carbon dioxide. Air enters through the nose, passes down the windpipe, trachea, and into the lungs through tiny tubes called bronchi. Inside the lungs are tiny air sacs called alveoli, where oxygen moves into the blood and carbon dioxide moves out. A muscle called diaphragm helps the lungs to expand and contract during breathing. Rats have a respiratory system that works much like a human respiratory system. Now, let's go back and change our prompt and say, explain this in less than 100 words, like I am a medical professor. Let's go back and say, okay, I want you to explain to me now as a medical professor, for example. So if I click on send, what happens? Now, same thing, less than 100 words. Let's just look at what it's not saying. The rat respiratory system comprises the upper wing, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx. They're still now using more technical terms. And lower airway, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli. Gas exchange occurs through the time between alveolar capillary membrane via diffusion. Rat possesses a highly regulated right lung. They can see the grammar has changed. Why? Because the audience is no longer a child, the audience is a medical professor, so his ability now understands I'm dealing with somebody that I need to impress with my grammatical and what do you call it, technical knowledge. Did we learn something now? Are we learning anything?
Yes, so thanks so much.
Okay, please let's on the own just do some examples. I want you to do example. The first one, put your first prompt, and then I want you to share your screen quickly. So let me see. Do your first prompt using generic prompting, and do your second the same prompt for using ICC framework. Everybody, let's do it on our laptops. I can call you randomly to share your screen. So let's use the next 2 minutes. This time, because we don't practice it, sometimes you think you know, you don't know. Practice it, let us see. Okay, anybody wants to share with us? So we're trying to beat time. You can learn as much as you can learn. Anybody want to share something sweet with us?
I wanted to even ask what the prompt was.
The prompt, you can use any part of the example. Like me, I use respiratory system. You can say, tell me about Tinubu. You can say, tell me about anything of your choice. Use anything.
Hello, who is ready to share?
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too. I'm just trying to change it to my laptop because I'm using my phone.
You can also share with your phone if you can. It doesn't matter. You can share with your phone. All right? You can share with your phone. Of course, you can share your screen. No problem. Let's see what you are.
Because I'm using my phone for the call now, but the what you call where I did the work is on my laptop.
All right, no problem.
Can I share?
Yeah, go ahead and share. Go ahead, please. Let's go fast. Share your screen, please. Okay, just explain what we did now. Explain what. Okay, let me off my own screen. Sorry, let me stop sharing.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
And can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. Please go ahead.
So I basically typed explain what cybercrime is.
Okay.
And it gave me like a general definition of what cybercrime is. It's an illegal activities that is done using a computer and stuff like that. Then all I did here was just explain to me like a 10-year-old with less than 60 words, and it broke the result into less than 60 words and gave me a simpler definition. He said cybercrime is when someone uses a phone or computer to do bad or illegal things online. So those are the two examples I experimented with.
Okay, that's perfect. Please, let's share and show some love. That's lovely. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. Thank you so much. Who else wants to share before we proceed? Thank you so much. Okay. Anybody else want to go?
I wanna share.
All right.
I want to share too.
Okay. Good.
Should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead first. Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, where's your screen? Are you there? Are you showing?
Yes.
No, it's showing multiple screens. Try and it's showing your multiple. Okay, beautiful. I can see it now.
All right.
Go ahead. Yes.
In the first prompt, I asked that what is an IDG? Explain to me like a 10 years old boy in 50 words.
Okay.
So I said the return was an IDE, integrated development environment, is like a super classroom for coding. It gives you one place to write code, find mistake, test your program, and organize your file instead of using many different tools. An IDE puts everything together, making it easier and faster to build game apps and websites. In the other hand, I prompted it as this: what is an IDE? Explaining to me like a 10 years experience software engineer in 50 words. Then it returns an integrated development environment is a unified software suite that streamlines development by integrating a source code editor, compiles and interprets debuggers, build tools, version control support, and intelligence features like code compilation and refactoring, refactoring and statistical analysis. It improves developers' productivity, code qualities, debugging efficiency, and project maintainability.
Okay.
That's basically it.
Thank you so much. So at least we learned that. Okay, let's move on to. Stop sharing now. Let's go to the meat of the matter.
Okay. Because I wanted to share mine too.
Okay, go ahead. Quickly, Sean. Fast.
So yeah, I first started out by asking what the history of the country Egypt was, and it gave me this like detailed history, dividing it into like different years and different parts of it. And then I asked it to explain to me like I'm a 16-year-old history student and explain it in 200 words or more with pictures. And then it gave me this student-friendly explanation here.
Wow, this is lovely. I like this. Let's celebrate it. All right, thank you so very much. Okay, let's move on quickly to where were we? Let's go back to ChatGPT. I told you that's the foundation of everything. So for ChatGPT, I want to let us do some more serious stuff. One of the things that you can do with ChatGPT is analysis. So your ability to add documents, like I told you guys, add documents and then ask ChatGPT to analyze those documents for you. It can be complex things that you don't understand. Like me, it can be complex financial analysis. Like now I have a data privacy document, or I saw somebody sent me a presentation on Monday Market, a pitch deck. I don't have time to read that pitch deck. On my phone or my laptop, I can attach that particular pitch deck. But before I proceed, what's a pitch deck? Anybody wants to help? We're going to say pitch deck because we're going to see it again later today. So what do you understand by pitch deck? Anybody wants to talk about what pitch deck? What does pitch deck mean? Okay, yes, Deborah, help us with that.
So, excuse me, please. So a pitch deck could be on ease, like a presentation slides presented to not necessarily in Word, or it could be used. You could use any software to create a pitch deck, or software is meant for creation of pitch decks to sell or do presentations on a particular proposal or something that someone is offering to the client or a customer.
So is it a pitch deck is a software, or what did you say a pitch deck was?
No, it's a presentation that is done on a particular software, depending on what you want to, which particular software you'd like to use, whether a presentation.
But what is the function of a pitch deck? What is it used for generally?
You used to sell a proposal or an idea that whoever wants to sell to a client or to whoever you want to support, or an investor or something like that.
Thank you very much. Let's celebrate Deborah. That's correct. So pitch deck today, the startup lingo is used as 11, 12 slides summarizing your startup, your idea, and selling it mostly to investors. Today, most investors don't have time to read long business plans, all right, 50-page, 70-page business plans. So the idea of a pitch deck is that a summary of your idea, and there are frameworks for pitch decks. For example, the name of your idea, the problem you are solving, the solution you are bringing, what's the size of your market, what's your GTM, go-to-market strategy, what's your financials, what are your projections, how much are you going to make in the next 3 to 5 years, what is your ask, how much are you asking for, your team, a couple of there are about 12, 13 slides maximum that explain. So that's what they call a pitch deck. So I have the pitch deck attached here on my ChatGPT, and I will not ask ChatGPT, please summarize this deck into 5 main points and give me just 5 main points. Let's start with that. So I've attached the documents, and what you must understand is that all these LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, they're able to, as you're even attaching the document, they're already reading the document. So once you attach the document, before you even send your command or your message or your prompt, the speed at which they read documents, they can read 10 documents in seconds. That's what they call context window, because some of them are operating with a 1 billion context window, 1 billion context window. That is, they're able to read large voluminous documents in seconds. And that's why they're able to respond to you in seconds. You get the point. So I don't have time to read. You can see that summarizing 5 key takeaways: community buying for lower prices, guaranteed demand for suppliers, simple end-to-end marketplace, scalable across multiple product categories, and multiple partnerships. So it summarizes it for me. Now, another thing again to understand is that I use this a lot for analyzing agreements, NDAs, and it has saved me. Like when I came to Abuja 2 days ago, I had a friend of mine that I reached out to because he had been in Abuja. He has a very big office, and I wanted him to help me, get some jobs and all that, to save me from hunger. You understand? And then the guy said, okay, come and shoot an AI training video in my studio. I'll pay you just 100,000 naira, and then we'll use that video to market you, and we'll use that video to do training for Amcon and other organizations. I say, wow, okay, the money is small. I don't usually collect that kind of rubbish, but since you're my friend and you're giving me a lifeline, because I was just starting this AI thing then, all right, so let me just go and shoot. But he now sent me an agreement document. So what I did was to push this agreement document into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT a simple question. Please help me to know clauses in this agreement that are injurious to me. What are the clauses that are injurious? And in seconds, he brought out 8 clauses that were injurious. For example, if I signed that agreement, I would have given the guy inalienable rights to use my voice and my image perpetually forever. So even after I've shot the video, they can use my voice, my image, even for pornography, and I cannot sue them. They can use my image, my video for anything they want to do, for any video in the future. They can simulate me because I'm giving them for those 100,000. Imagine, I will not sign off the right. So imagine somebody not see my image or my video used, for pornography somewhere. So person, I need the art porn. Meanwhile, I didn't know that I signed away my life. So that when I now sent it back to the guy, the guy was like, he wasn't even aware of those clauses, like it was his lawyers that drafted them. Now, so the point I'm making is that these days you don't need to wait for your lawyer. I hardly use my lawyer anymore. I hardly use my graphics person. In those days, I used to pay somebody 25,000 to do logo for me, flyer for me. Those things can be done in seconds. AI is really changing the world, and for me, it's changing my world. And so let me just put an example of an agreement I have with Globus Bank or Unity Bank, so that we can analyze one of those agreements and see how you can use this for analysis. That's what I'm trying to pull up an agreement with SAA. Okay, so partnership, right? So I have this partnership agreement with them. I just want to pull it up. Okay, this is an agreement I have with a microfinance bank, Purple Microfinance Bank. They're no longer available. CPS shut them down, whatever. But I want to show you guys how I can pull this agreement. So I can just pull it here because I can just pull it down to my ChatGPT from there. I can take it from my system. Now, it's already reading, by going through this, it's already reading the document, all right? I can say, so this company that I have, my own company is called Aladdin. The company is called Purple LLP. So Aladdin versus Purple LLP. I'm saying, list out 5 clauses. that are injurious, for example, injurious to Aladdin. So there will be 5 clauses in this agreement, partnership agreement, that are injurious, that means that are not good for us as a company called Aladdin. So it's reading the documents now, trying to find out what is really injurious for us. So this is what they call document analysis, all right? So you can do document analysis and so on and so forth. Once we are done with this, I will also show you guys a little bit about, if we're going to do some deep research, then do some projections, and then we can now move into the business of the day, which will allow us to do so many other things. Like I said earlier, we're going to create a business from scratch together before 1 p.m. today, on today. So you can see that it has read through the document, and it's from the review of the agreement, these are the 5 clauses that appear most unfavorable to Aladdin Scheme Limited from a commercial and legal risk perspective. They are not necessarily unenforceable, but they allocate significant obligations or costs for Aladdin. Number 1 is 4 million naira banking license fee. Aladdin must pay 4 million over 2 years simply for the use of Oppo NFB's banking license. All right, Aladdin bears most operational recovery costs, mandatory access to Aladdin's database, immediate termination after 21 days default notice, road indemnity obligations. These are the additional observations, even beyond the 5 you asked for. So this is very good. All right. So when somebody sends you an NDA, in fact, when I had an NDA, one of the companies in Koyi, early this year, right? They sent me an NDA. We had a lot of me and the legal team. They didn't know that ChatGPT was my lawyer. We had a lot of back and forth because they will send it, ChatGPT will analyze and will respond to them. Now that I know these areas, I can now say, please draft a letter, please draft a response to Purple NLP for remediation of this issue. Now you can see that I'm not even caring about what I'm spelling because AI is smart enough to know whether I'm writing the right thing or not. So I want you to draft a letter, a formal letter. So most of the letters I sent, but at the time I sent the letter to a bank, for 1 month they had to pay me my money because the letter was so tight. But that letter was written from ChatGPT, and I sent it to a commercial bank. For 1 month they could not respond to me. They had to call for a meeting and they agreed to pay me my money. So ChatGPT is doing better than lawyers. In fact, the time I stopped using my lawyer was when I had a meeting, an agreement with UBA, and my lawyer was drafting agreement for 2 days. I did it in 2 minutes. When I sent it to her, she was like, "Who drafted this one?" I said, "Okay, now AI do more, and AI did a better job than what she did." They ended up using the one that AI did. So I'm just saying, you can see that it has drafted an email. All I need to do now is to put the name of the recipient here. You know, can you see it? And because I've integrated my Gmail, I can send this email from ChatGPT. You can see the send button with the orange asset color I selected earlier. So this is the send button. So all I need to do is to put the name of the person I'm sending this to. All right, the email, just put the email here, and ChatGPT is able to send it from ChatGPT to my email. You can see it has drafted it for me, and even put my name, CEO, everything. You can see, lovely. All I need to do is to copy it and paste it to ChatGPT. I can edit or I can send. When I click send, you can see message sent. It's already sent to that person. So I'm gonna put my own email. So you can see there's a whole lot you can do with ChatGPT. A lot. Okay, did we learn anything so far? Okay, let's do one thing on deep research. Then we can now move into the business of the day, because this is going to be an introduction class, all right? So we can't touch everything. So let's go back. So one of the tools I told you guys about today is called deep research. When you click on deep research here, look at this deep research. I was telling you guys about the wonders of deep research. Now with deep research, you can do research on any area. In fact, a professor gave assignment to his students, and it took them 2 weeks to come back with the research. And when they came back, he told them to use deep research for ChatGPT, and they did it for 30 minutes and got the same results that took them 2 weeks to get. All right, so I want us to now work on this together. Which area and who has a business idea? Anybody who has a business idea that we can work on together? We'll build it down to your logo, down to your videos, down to your website. Who has a business idea that we can work on together? So we can from there. So first of all, we need to do a deep research on that sector to get an idea of what that sector is all about, what's going on in that space, competitors, market size, and all the rest. Sean, so what idea do you have? John, let's hear from you.
Maybe like like a company that sells like pastries or something.
I want something you're passionate about. What are you passionate about? If I give you 10 million naira now, what business can you start? If I give you 15 million today, Sean, you start a business. What idea do you have? What are you passionate about?
Actually, like making pastries and everything and selling them maybe online or in store or in person or something.
Okay, pastries. Okay, pastry business, lovely. And who else? Habiba, what idea do you have? What do you want to do? I give you 15 million.
Open a restaurant.
Where do you want to open it? Where are you based? Where do you want to do this restaurant? Where do you want to do it?
I'm based in America.
You are based in America. Where? Texas or where is that? Where are you based?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. So now there are different kinds of restaurants. You want to open a high-end, fine dining kind of restaurant. An African restaurant. Okay, so we can do research in Atlanta to find out all the African restaurants in Atlanta. What's the market side? I love that a lot. Let's do that together. I love that a lot. Let's even do some research here in far away Atlanta from Abuja. You are based there. So you can use this particular tool to find out everything about that business before you go into that business. We're going to do that together. Okay, let's not waste time. It's already almost 12 o'clock. We have 1 hour 15 minutes left. Okay, let's go. Let's run with Abiba's idea. I'm not saying Sean yours is not good, it's good, but let me see what we can do. All right. Say carry out a research on African restaurants. Remember, I had to put it on deep research mode so that the system knows you're now on deep research mode. All right, it's very important. If you don't put it on that mode, it's not going to work for you. All right. So okay, on African restaurants in Atlanta. How am I calling it Atlanta? Atlanta. Okay. The different types of African restaurants. Their kind of menu and prices. Total number of players in that case. A detailed competition analysis, the market size, the regulatory and legal requirements to start such a restaurant, the go to market strategy for such a restaurant, the missing gaps and new innovations for bring to the table to demonstrate complete our own restaurant. Okay, all right, so I'm using so let me just make some corrections. It doesn't matter because IT as it AI already knows what you're trying to say most of it. Then just fill in the gaps. So I'm just trying to generate a prompt. You can see that I'm trying to be as detailed as possible. All right, I'm asking for so many things: go to market strategy, market size, competition analysis. What are the missing gaps? What are the new innovations we can bring to the table to differentiate us? We can also add how much do we need to realistically start this business, the business financial projections, and how profitable is the business, who are the primary target audience, and how sustainable and scalable is this business. So I want you to do a deep research on this. We can go on and on. In fact, one of the ways, let me give you guys an example. Let me give you guys a trick. When you do a prompt like this, that's really big there, normally I will copy this prompt. I will take it to another LLM, like Claude. All right, I can go to Claude now. I can say, Claude, help me to refine this prompt. Are you guys seeing? Please note this. So I'll copy and paste that prompt. Why is it not working? Why is copy and paste not working here? Help me refine this prompt. Okay. Go back to ChatGPT. Okay. Hey! Oh God. What's happening to this? What? Jesus God. What happened to what? Oh my God. What happened now? Baby. Ah. Please let me shut down this ChatGPT and start another thing. Please know that. It's very intense.
I printed the screen.
Huh?
I printed the screen on my end so I can dictate it back to you if you want to retype.
Okay, no, if you printed it, can you just share it with me? Let me copy. Just share. I'll use it. That's lovely. Can you share with me here on the chat platform?
Okay.
Or can you do or send it to? Oh God, I don't know how. I'm not sure this chat system allows attachments. Don't call this a this. When you attach it, you can't. Oh, do you belong to a WhatsApp group?
I'll send it to Tammy. Let me
Okay,
just
send it to me quickly, please. Please,
Okay, so Deborah, let me check.
I haven't. I'm just about to find the place.
Tammy, I took a screenshot of it so you can check it on the WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's a big bag.
Yes.
Okay. I've done just that.
Okay.
Thank you. But I don't know how it's going to be able to. Have you seen it? Did you
Just
see it,
one
Mr.
second.
Darlington? Yes,
Just
I
one
sent it to your WhatsApp.
Your account. 1 second.
I can quickly copy and install the number.
All right.
Is it useful?
Right, very, very useful. Don't worry.
That's
I don't
good.
have to do.
Thanks so much, Abiba.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to go to out in so you can, you can just copy it. I just put it out.
Sorry guys, I'm working on it. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to clean it up.
No problem. Understandable.
I want to just isolate the part that has to do with the prompts. Okay, we're almost done. So that's the beauty of ChatGPT. All I need to do now is to come here and attach the screenshot, click on add photos. I think I've already downloaded it.
You can check the messages. I just sent you the.
Did you send me something again?
Yeah, check the message and
all right, let me look at it.
Yeah, but it cuts off at some point.
If we
Okay, so I mean, guys, can you look at my screen? Are you with me? All right, so I'm going to extract. Just to extract text. So I just copied it. I just need to extract the text and refine the prompt. So instead of going to Claude, I will do it and I say extract the text and refine the prompt. So if you extract the text on the screenshots and then help us to refine the prompt. Oh, Father, we pray.
Okay, so I've sent you.
No problem.
Yeah.
Let's look up. So this is.
Abiba was able to. I think this should be able to work. Abiba was able to type out.
See my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So I'm able to extract the prompt. Are you seeing it now? So this is the extracted text.
All right.
Where I wrote it before, and then it has gone to refine the prompt for us. It's always good to use a refined prompt because AI, they understand how to prompt better than you. So sometimes when I have a prompt idea and I don't know, I will just tell it, please refine this prompt, then I will type my idea. Then AI, the ChatGPT will now refine the prompt for you. You can see this is the refined research prompt. Objective: conduct a comprehensive investor-grade feasibility study and business strategy for launching a modern African restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. The report should be data-driven, practical, and suitable for attracting investors and guiding execution. Research scope, market views, industry landscape, identify all major African restaurants operating in Atlanta, and categorize them by Nigerian, Ghanaian, Ethiopia, Somali, Senegalese, and the rest. Competitive and for the top 20 can provide restaurant name, cuisine type, estimated price. You can see that he did a better job than me. AI is so good. So by refining my point, you can see he did a better job than me. So all I need to do now is to copy this refined prompt. All right, so I'll come here now. You guys should pay for me to get money and buy a new Mac. I need to buy a new Mac. It's so
what's wrong with the billions you have made?
as the money they come, so the money they go. Money come. So the news are some babies way. No this way. Okay, so we have refined research. So I'll copy this. So I'll come and click here, click on deep research, make sure it's on that mode. Paste. What's wrong if I copy and paste on this laptop now? What's going on? I can't copy and paste. There's something to my laptop.
Maybe the memory is heavy.
I think something is just wrong. It keeps pasting the old stuff I have. What's going on? Okay. Don't stress me a bit.
Yeah, you have to right click to copy. To be easier that way.
No, even I've been doing that. I've been doing Control-C.
Yeah, but at times he does that too with me. Okay. So if you right click, it's better.
Okay, I've done that. I've copied. So I'm on research mode, right? Thank you. So I'll click just go. Now, when you click go, it will bring out a plan for you, the research plan. So you have to approve the plan. All right, you have to approve the plan, and if you're okay with the plan, it will proceed. Now, one thing I want you guys So you can see the plan now. So Atlanta, we call it Atlanta African Restaurant Visibility. So I'll click the start button, all right? But even if you don't apply, in 40 seconds, it will start itself automatically. Now you can see it's researching, it's a research mode. I want us to use the same research, and let's go to Gemini. Because I found out that Gemini sometimes provides better results when it comes to research than ChatGPT. So, and Gemini is somehow free, all right? You can see that it's Ask Gemini here on my system. So Gemini is owned by Google, and sometimes it's free. Although I pay 8,000 for my own because I use it for Nano Banana, I use it for Kio, and some other tools I use Gemini for. But I pay 8,000 or so every month combined for Gemini. But this is Gemini. Can you see Gemini? So all I need to do is to just copy, just also paste the same prompt in Gemini. I'll paste the same prompt, match, paste. Then I will click on the plus sign, same thing with ChatGPT, and I will click on deep research. Are you seeing it now? So Gemini also have its own deep research. So when I click on deep research, then when it comes to the model, I will go for pro model or thinking level. Under thinking level, you can go for extended thinking level. So, and then I can go for pro because I want to give me professional grade study to a research. Then I'll click enter. So it will also come up with a plan for me on how to proceed with the research. So you can do research on all of them. You can do research on Gemini, on ChatGPT, on Claude, on Perplexity. You can do on DeepSeek. These are all LLM. So this is DeepSeek. This DeepSeek is
So how do you access the So how do you access the deep research on Gemini?
On Gemini, the same plus sign now. You click the plus sign. Are you seeing the plus sign? Are you seeing deep research? Just like ChatGPT. Are you seeing it?
All I'm seeing here is create image, canvas, and guided learning. That's all.
That is on the free plan. Like I told you, I paid 8,000 maybe because of the free plan. You understand? I'm paying for my own Gemini. I pay 8,500 every month. You understand? Maybe on the free plan, and maybe the research is not available for the free plan. All these tools, I pay for them. I pay for so many tools every month. So because I use them to do business, all right? So I pay for them. So maybe that's why I'm not seeing it. Okay. So just like ChatGPT, we came up with a plan. This is its own plan. I can edit the plan, or I can just start research, and it will go to work. Now I was trying to show you guys DeepSeek. Now DeepSeek is actually open source and free. So if you don't have money to pay for ChatGPT, you don't have money to pay for Gemini, you can use Chinese owned. You know that when DeepSeek launched, I think a year ago, 2 years ago, it crashed the New York Stock Exchange. It caused wahala because it was able to do the same things that these high-level models could do, and it was free of charge, owned by the Chinese. Just like you must understand that the Chinese, they will steal your data, they will steal your information because they're giving you for free. All right. So the same thing I can also copy and paste into DeepSeek. And DeepSeek is DeepSeek.com. Just go to DeepSeek. It's free of charge. I will click on deep thinking. If I click on deep think, I can do expert is the level. And then I will copy and paste the same prompt, and I will click go. So I'm doing the same research in Gemini, I'm doing the same research in ChatGPT, and I'm doing the same research in DeepSeek. You can see DeepSeek is already proceeding with the research. All right, let's go back to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is still, you can see it's still on the research mode. It's still researching. Let's go back to Gemini. Gemini is still working on it. You can see them, they're all working on it, okay? They are trying to bring answers for you. So normally it takes 10, 15 minutes, depending on the speed of the model that you're using. So let's give it some time. And if I were you, on your own, still try and do something, anything that you have to care about. Any research you care about, think and do something about it.
Okay, I want to ask, is there a place where you can do comparative analysis? Maybe you bring the 3 results out and you ask that it fine-tunes to give you a better research result.
Yes,
can you do that in any of the...
yeah, so of course, you can just copy the results from... I do that some of the time. For example, if I want to design products, a product idea, I get idea from ChatGPT, from Claude, and I combine them into ChatGPT. All right, because when it comes to ideation, ChatGPT is the number one for ideas. All right, in terms of idea conceptualization. So I copy what I got from this guy, and I combine it. I tell it to actually refine it, seamlessly merge it, and then come up with one better idea. So it will pick from all of them and then come up with a holistic idea. You understand? So it's possible. In fact, that is what most of the big guys do. They pick from 5-6 models, combine what they get, and they get a very better result. I know, are you getting? And we're going to do it here too. We can also do it here. So we can pick from, once we do, we get one from DeepSeek, get one from Gemini, combine them so you can get a more refined result, more refined document. So thanks for that question. It's you can see that DeepSeek is back with its own answer as quickly as possible. It's faster. You can see the results. So the results are usually very detailed results. You can see here, user has provided an incredibly detailed and structured research point for a specific study, blah, blah, blah. So this is an excellent detailed and well, blah, 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 blah. Now look at the executive summary. Modern African Research, Atlanta, Georgia. Report type, investor group, blah, blah, blah. Core finding. The Atlanta market presents a compelling high growth opportunity for a well-capitalized, particularly positioned modern African concept. The market is currently fragmented, dominated by legacy ethnic countries, with a significant white space for a polished Pan-African and Afro-fusion brand that appeals to both the diaspora and the mainstream food enthusiasts. Recommendation: attractive investment opportunity with sources is contingent upon precise execution in 3 areas. A premium casual positioning, blah, 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 blah. So I don't have time. So estimated capital requirement is because between $350,000 to $750,000. And the payback period is about 2 to 3.5 years. Critical success communication, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is the market overview, all right? At that point, methodology, this is the industry side. So the industry side is about $12 to $14 billion as of 2023. All right, so you can see it's giving you the sources, in terms of the size of the market. The African restaurant market size, you can see it here, and this is the methodology, how it was able to track it down, the 5 years good trend, consumer spending pattern, and the 10-year outlook. All right. Now, this is it. So, this gives you a lot of, if you really want to do data-driven decisions, whether you're in banking or you're in legal profession, real estate, anywhere you find yourself, these things help you to have data-driven, information that you can use for decision-making business. So, menu and pricing benchmark, jollof rice is about $60 to $90. Suya, beef chicken, $12 to $18. Euro wat with injera, I don't know what that is. And the German egusi soup, $18 to $25. I think also, I will use those 30,000 to chop and the egusi soup. Wow. So you can see everything here, all right? These are the legal requirements. Your business license, City of Atlanta, 2 to 4 weeks approval, it's about $150 for that. Food service permit, 4 to 6 weeks, $300. Alcohol license is $5,000 to $10,000. Like certificate of occupancy, and then health inspection. You can see all the things you need to make it happen. Now, this is your startup cost analysis. How much you need to start up the business. And then this is your 5-year financial projection. How much you will make in 5 years. All right. The return on investment, IRR, and payback period. This is your go-to-market strategy. All right. How to launch the business. This is the innovation and the market gaps, blue ocean strategy. What you need to launch that will make you different from others, and the technology you need to deploy in your restaurant, and the roadmap, the scalability, your implementation roadmap, and final recommendation. This is beautiful. All right, this is really beautiful. So this is from DeepSeek, and it was so fast, and we came up with all this. Let us see what this guy is still working on his own, and ChatGPT is also still working on their own. You can see that these big guys are wasting time, while the small guy is gone. Okay, so Habiba, do you like what you see? What's your take?
Yes. Well, I already did that on ChatGPT and it gave me such a same overview, but this is more elaborate.
Okay, so awesome. So I don't know if you should wait. So we're going to take this a bit further, because I want us to now build this as a business. But I want ChatGPT to conclude what it's doing, so that we can. I'm gonna like to use ChatGPT. I can use other models, but I like to use ChatGPT. Don't worry, I'm ChatGPT biased. Don't worry. But I want it to complete its own research so that we can now move into, for example, generating a business name for the restaurant. AI can do that for you. If you don't have an idea of what name you don't have a name, you can generate a business name for it. From there, we can now synthesize the research we've done into a business plan. All right, so we can combine the three results and synthesize it into a concise 20-page business plan. And then we can now move that business plan into a pitch deck in case you want to raise the $350,000 that you need to start the business. I want your family members and your friends to pitch in and raise the funds for you. So you need to have a pitch deck. You know, that's something that they can read in the flat. Nobody has time to read so much business plan these days, all right? So generate a pitch deck from that. Then we can now proceed to generate some of the commercials for this thing. But it's taking a lot of time. I don't know why it's taking time, but I believe that maybe what they're going to bring for both of them are going to be much more robust than what DeepSeek. So you can see both of them are still working. They are still working on it. Now, while it is doing that, okay, you can actually open several ChatGPTs at the same time. So I'm going to double click. Okay. So you can duplicate. So sometimes I'm working on ChatGPT, I'm working on 5 tabs on ChatGPT. The same ChatGPT, I'm doing something different here. I'm doing something different here. So it allows you to work at the same time. You are working on different things. While this guy is doing deep research, let's proceed to creating a business plan and all that. So we can move forward. We have less than 50 minutes left, okay? So I will click on the new chat. So what name do you want to call this restaurant, Habiba? Do you have a name for it? Do you have a name, or do you ask ChatGPT for names? What name do you want to call this restaurant? Okay. Just indulge us for now. I know it's a secret. Maybe it's a secret you're hiding.
I don't want to call him. I mean, it's just heritage.
Heritage what?
African heritage.
I love that. African heritage. Okay. Okay. So I wish this guy has completed his research. So we can just hold on. What did I do? We can just guide on that. But let us start. We don't have time. So I would say create a business plan. Okay. So let's use DeepSeek. Let's go back to DeepSeek. Right. Let's go to DeepSeek and let us copy what it has given us. Okay. So I want to copy all DeepSeek has given us, you know, and then use it to create a business plan. So I'm going to right click, like my friend suggested, copy. I'm going to come back to ChatGPT and I'll say create a business plan for an African restaurant for the African heritage, the African heritage. Okay. Using this research event. So I don't know what I copy and paste. I don't know what it. Oh, God, look at that then. Where is it?
Your presentation, learning how to use AI.
All right, guys, can you see that? So I'm going to copy what I got from DeepSeek and I pasted it here. So I want to come up with a business plan for I've given it a name, African heritage. So you can see business plan, African heritage, authentic African design, modern time, global experience, location in South Africa, Georgia, business sector summary, this is the vision. Now you can see it's putting it down in the business plan structure. Because you already understand what the structure of the business plan should look like. Vision, mission, core values, business objectives, year 1, year 3, year 5. So by year 5, it's projecting 5 restaurant locations for you by year 5. Business concept, market opportunity for food enthusiasts, and so on and so forth and so on and so forth. So it's giving you this simple business plan. Okay? The management team, the financial plan, some of the revenue streams, and so on and so forth. Okay, now we have this, okay? There's a whole lot we can do with this business plan. First of all, we can ask for a detailed financial projection to come up with a detailed financial, with a detailed 5-year financial projection, okay? break-even analysis plus break-even analysis and break-even analysis and financial ratios. We want to know financial ratios or something. So we want it to come with a detailed 5-year plan. So what is the financial plan for the next 5 years? So these are the key financial assumptions. These are the assumptions. Operating days is 212 days in a year. Days open is 6 days per week. Sitting capacity is 86. Average long check is $24. Average dinner check $50. Weighted average spend as $8, and so on and so forth. So based on this assumption, these are your projections from year 1 to year 5. These are your total revenue. So you spent close to $700 to establish this, and you're making $2.45 million a year by year 5. So in year 1, you're making about $1 million in year 1, and this is your income statement, and this is your EBITDA, cash flow, break-even analysis. When you break even, so you're going to be breaking even at 1 when we hit a 950,000 annual sales. All right, so your monthly break-even is at 79,000. So you're able to do about $80,000 per month, you should be breaking even. All right, and if you're able to do $3,000 in sales per month, you should be breaking even. When you get to that level, now you need about the number of customers you need to break even is about 80 customers per day, and expected time to break even between 7 to 11 months. Now, this is your investor return. When investors return, the return back is about 24 to 28%, not bad. If you invest $700,000 in 5 years and do it rate of $8 million, these are the key financial ratios: the profit margin, the net profit, the labor cost. Now, these are your investment highlights. Now, the beauty of this is that I have gotten this now. Okay, I want to now proceed further to say, provide me with a pitch deck for this. Provide me with a pitch deck. Nobody's going to read all this shit. And so provide me with a pitch deck, for this business. So already the AI already knows. Let me tell you the gospel, because the truth is that in those days without AI, a pitch deck would have taken you at least 3, 4, 5 hours, because you have to sift through the business plan and see what makes sense for you to put in the PowerPoint presentation. But you can see that the slides are already there. African heritage, like 1, like 2, the opportunity, down to the problem you are solving, down to the solution that you are bringing, and why now? Why are you doing it now? Market size, which is your TAM, sum, and SAM, the total addressable markets, and so on and so forth. Then your business model, how are you making money? Your menu, the kind of menu you're going to be bringing to the table, your competitive position, all right? Then your advantage, your marketing strategy, and financial highlights. Then the investment, how much you're asking for. You're looking for $700,000, the use of funds, and the financial returns, and then your growth roadmap, vision beyond restaurant, why you invest, thank you. So about 18 slides, but normally I can tell you to combine this with just 13 slides. Merge this to 13 slides, because that's normally the standard, just 13 slides. All right, just merge this to 13 slides. So I can just say to merge it to 13 slides, so to merge everything into 13 slides. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is to see how we can grow this business on AI. So this is how I usually do. So people call you for consulting, your career. But I'm just saying that this, but just bringing this as an example because of the short time you have. If you are into business or career, you can let the team of 2 from here. Anybody has it? Sorry, I'm not seeing my screen. I'm only seeing my own. I'm not seeing what you guys are doing.
Yeah, somebody's hand is raised up.
Yes, please. I'd like to request for you to copy this and send it to us through Tammy, please.
Okay, you want us to send this to you guys?
Yes.
All right, there's no problem. We'll do that. So.
You actually send it. If you press copy at the bottom of the information you provide. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you for that. So, all right, so we have the slides. Okay, so the slides are here. But one thing was understanding that ChatGPT is not so good in coming up with slide design. They are still struggling with it. They are struggling with it. I think they are doing better. But other platforms like Claude, Gemini, they are actually very good in providing slide design. But the best of them all is Gamma. You have Gamma and you have Notebook and then, which I'm going to show you. So we have this now. Okay, so this is the slide. So let's go ahead and copy this this slide so that we can now design the slide. Okay, let's go ahead and copy the slide as quickly as possible. Okay. I'm tired of slow numbers. So
at the bottom of each answer it gives you, there's a copy button by the thumbs up, thumbs down at the bottom. You can actually just use that to copy it.
thank you. Okay, so there are many ways to design this. I mean, let's go to Gamma. Gamma is like the first. How many of us use Gamma here? Sorry, I don't know what's wrong. I can't remember seeing you guys when I try to click it goes haywire. It's everywhere this Google Meet, All right, so you guys use Gamma already, so beautiful. So you can go to Gamma and do this in Gamma, or you can do this in. What about Notebook LM? How many of us use Notebook LM? Because Notebook LM is also very good. How many of us use Notebook LM? Can I see the emojis of use Notebook LM? Okay, Sean does that. Okay. So we can do this also in Gemini. We can do this in Claude, and so on and so forth. You can design. Just like Claude has a problem. Claude has a problem with limits. Because I'm using a free account for Claude, so this is my Claude account. I can easily tell Claude to please design these slides and provide a video. So I'll click here, copy and paste. Okay, so I've pasted this on Claude, but I want you to design the slides for me. And I'll just click yes, enter. So I'm not too sure of Claude, but let us try. But Claude has a problem. I'm using a free account on Claude. Man, this guy is still doing research. Something is not right. Wasting the whole time on the research. So let us see if we can end the session. Maybe it's in the research. Thank you. All right, so this is the research from Gemini. So you can see it here. So this is the research. It's much more detailed than DeepSeek. You can see that the research is much more detailed than DeepSeek. Okay, you can see that here. It's much more richer, much more detailed. And they put a lot of sources. These are the sources for the research. You can see much more detailed. As I said, sometimes Gemini's DeepSeek research is better than all of them in terms of it. So another beautiful thing about Gemini is that you can actually change this content, all right? You can actually change this content to something else. Let me see. You can create. Now you can change this thing into a web app. In particular research now, you can change it into a web page or infographic, flashcard, or even an audio. So let's change this now into a web page. So we can convert this particular research output into a web page. Okay, that's one of the beautiful things about Gemini. You can convert your research into a web page, infographic, and audio version of it. So depending on what, so it's trying to convert this now into a web page for you, so that you can easily grasp, because that detailed research, you don't have the energy and the mind to read everything. So when you convert it into a web page, it's easy to understand, assimilate, and digest. Okay, so let's watch as it does that. But meanwhile, while it's still doing that, I want us to open Gamma. For those who don't know how to use Gamma, okay, it's done. So you can see this is it. So this is the research now. It has broken it back into a web page. So you can actually go from one tab to the next tab. So you can see demographic foundation. You can click on competition. All right, you can see those who are the quickest tab. The Gole Ethiopia, Little Lagos, Nigeria. You can see them here. Financial model, and execution parts. Okay, so you can see that you can convert your research into a web page and it becomes interactive. You can even share the link to this. You can share the link to this to people. Share the link to people and they can come and see this particular piece. But anyway, let us work on a slide together. So I'm going to tell you now, please design this slide and provide a downloadable PDF. So the same thing here, so I'm going to just click. So I want you to help me to design the slide. So we can see use Claude, we can use Gemini, or we can use Gamma. So let me go to Gamma. So I'm just trying to play around. So this is Gamma app, Gamma.app. For those people that don't know that Gamma is one of the valued at $3 billion, one of the companies designed to help you create PowerPoint presentations. And there are 4 ways of creating PowerPoint with Gamma. So I have my account, I have 206 credits. So you can sign up for free. Once you sign up, they'll give you about 400 free credits. So you can go to Gamma.app and just sign up, and they'll give you about 400 free credits to use. Like me, I've not been paying, once my account finishes, I open a new email, I get another account, I get free 400 credits, and I do what I want to do. So I'm not able to keep paying for everything. I don't want to. I don't have any less money. Hello, guys. So this is Gamma. And if you click on create a new Gamma here, this is the landing page. You can see the landing page and where you can create your Gamma. Sorry, my internet and my system is slow. I don't know what happened today. All right. So this is create with AI. And to create with Gamma, there are 4 ways. I told you there are 4 ways to create with Gamma. You can generate your slides from Gamma. Just tell Gamma what you want. For example, if you are invited to do a customer service presentation, you can tell Gamma to help you with generate customer service training slides, for real estate companies. So you can generate your own slides outline from here. So you can do that with Gamma. So you don't need to copy from ChatGPT and then you paste here. Just click on generate, and it will do the research for you on its behalf, just like ChatGPT, and create for you. You can see and create for you the outline. This is the slides, the outline of the slides. Then, if you're happy with this outline, you can decide to proceed to select the kind of visuals you want. There are many visuals. You can click on view more visuals to see any visual that matches your brand. All right. If you select that particular visuals, select the type of images you want on the slides, whether you want photorealistic images, and so on and so forth. So I click on, so I can choose any visual or theme that I want. Just select the theme, and I can now proceed to generate my slides. So let me just select this particular one, photorealistic. I'll click on generate slides. Now, when you're on the free plan, you can only do 10 slides per time. But if you're on the paid plan, you can do as many slides as possible. But even on the free plan, you can add slides. Even after getting the first 10 slides, you can still add more slides. But I don't think we have all the time to explore everything in one class. All right, you can see that it's already generating my slide. All right, beautiful. Okay, so you can see this is how. So if I have a presentation, people and they say, "Come and teach us customer service. We're paying you X amount of money." I can just go here and generate my slides with Gamma, and you can see elevating real estate. A customer service masterclass. You can see that. So my slides are ready. About 10 of them is still generating slides using AI. So I can generate my slides without sharply download it to PDF or PowerPoint and go and present. Chicken and collect my money. So that's the power of AI. So these days you can even generate any topic and AI will generate the topic for you, the content, design it for you. Life is easy. And in those days, when I was in Diamond Bank, I used to charge 500,000, 700,000 to do slides, from people. If this kind of tool was available, I could just be lounge and then my 500, because nobody will pay you again, but everybody knows how to use AI today. So those days of researching, copy and paste, to do slides, those days are over.
Okay, so how do we use it to build websites and also create flyers?
We are coming to that. We'll do that before I leave. So, but I'm just trying to show that we've done the slides part of it. We have not even designed the logo for African heritage. We still have to design the logo, right? And the branding for it. So I also want to show us that we can use Gamma to do slides. Then let's go back to Claude. Sorry, I'm just jumping between tools because there's no time, all right? So normally, for a normal class, I'll spend time on the tool, finish it. But there are so many things, and my system is a bit slow. I don't know why, whether it's the internet that is slow. Normally, these slides can be finished already by now, so I can move to other things. Because you can say, edit the slides. So why these slides are like, for example, you are seeing white man's pictures. You can tell the AI, I don't want white men pictures, I want black people. I want African people. So you can edit the colors of the text. You can edit so many things on this slide. So Gamma is very powerful when it comes to the dome and what you can do with Gamma. All right. So it just was this is an introduction class to show us some of the things that are possible for this AI today. For example, this I will still generating, so I can't do anything on this job generating the slides. So let me check on Claude to see if Claude has done what I asked it to do. You can see, so this is Claude. So Claude has done its own. Are you seeing it? So this is Claude. It has also generated its own slides. So African heritage, authentic African cuisine, modern dining, blah, 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 Atlanta, Georgia, family requirements, 700,000, bringing the soul of Africa to America's dining table. All right. This is an investor pitch deck. So this is the opportunity. It's a 12 to 14 billion naira, blah, 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 annual industry, about 100 African restaurants, food premium concepts. The problem and this is the gap, our solution, business model, products and control advantages, market and customer strategy, financial highlights, funding requirements, break-even and investor returns, growth roadmap, why African heritage, investment opportunity, and the ending slide. So you can see this is beautiful. You can actually download this. You can click and download it as a PDF or as a PowerPoint. Please download it. Let's go back to Gemini. Let's see what Gemini is doing for us. So this is, I'll click on open to see the pitch deck. So you can see Gemini as, this is Gemini. This is beautiful. Bringing the soul of Africa to American dining table. You can see his own slides. All right, this is the market, ready for transformation, the gap and our solution, and diversified revenue streams, the signature experience. You can see this market and customer strategy, financial projections, use of funds, financial performance metrics. So these days, these things were not possible a few months ago, but now they are possible. You can also go ahead and download it. Download this tool. So we have multiple tools now for creating. In fact, the best of them all, I don't think we have time to do that, is Notebook LM. Maybe one for a proper masterclass, you can give it to Notebook LM. That's the grandfather of them all. When it comes to slides, they do some very dangerous slides. But anytime I want to impress my clients, I use Notebook LM to impress my clients. Okay, so we've done this, we've done Gamma. So for Gamma now, you can see it's still generating. There's no time for it to check now. I don't have time for that. It's still generating the slides. So I hope you can play around. But these things are very easy. Just play around with them. If I want to change this picture, if it's more, I can just click and tell the AI to change the picture to what I want, and to change the picture to what I want. All these images AI can be modified. Even this entire design, the landscape can be modified to something else. Okay, but I can't do much now because the AI is still generating, still open. Okay, so I can't do much. Okay, now let's go back to our ChatGPT so we can round up. So we've done quite a few things. We've done research, we've done business plan, we've done financial analysis, we've done pitch decks. The next thing now is we go into branding. So under branding, we do logo design, we do flyer design, we do video and website, I will call it today. We have just 30 minutes to achieve that. So I'm going to ask AI to do a logo. I'll click on the plus sign, click on create images, right? And then I will say, please design a logo for African heritage. Design a logo for African heritage. Okay? And then I will say, make it world class. Make it world class. And something I said, make it minimalistic. Minimalistic and easy to remember. Something that is easy to remember, memorable design and so I'll just say design a logo for African head. So let us see the comes up with the logo. So on your own, if you have any logo you want to design, you can use this opportunity to design the logo too. Or whatever you want to do.
Hello.
Okay. Woo! So which one do you guys like? Image 1 or image 2? Which one do you like? Or none of the above?
I like one.
Let Abiba pick.
All right.
Image 1.
No, we can comment. We're not choosing for her, but we can comment. Yeah. I like one.
Okay, 1 is nice. Okay, it's easy to remember. You like 2? Okay.
Yeah, I like 2.
2
Why
looks
do you like
better.
2?
2 looks better.
It looks complex.
It looks
And
better.
another thing is 2 has the whole
How's African vibes
if you
around
look at
it?
1, the African what you call is very small compared to 2.
The African what?
You know how in 1 there's like a little map of Africa in the middle?
Yes.
For 1, it's a lot bigger and clear.
For 1 or for 2?
For 2.
All right. So, Abiba, what time do you like?
And I think let me chat her up. She's no longer here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Let's go with 2 now. So majority. If you say 2, can you share? Can you raise your hand up? Those are saying 2. Just raise your hand up. Oh, 2 is really low. Why now? 2, 7. Oh wow. What's it called? All right, let's go with 2. 2 is better. Okay. Okay. Now we have image 2 as our logo. You can actually design various versions of this logo. For example, you can say, first of all, download this one first. No, first first. This image, yes. Click on this image. Click on download. So download it, okay. But I can tell you to come up with to design a version with transparent background. A version with transparent background and contrasting icon and text colors. So I want to design one with transparent background so I can place it on different other background. But we use black then you're black, you are limited to what you can do with it, all right? In terms of your website, in terms of your picture design, because you have a black background, somehow you are somehow limited to what you can do with that. For most logos, I always advise you to use a transparent background so that it's easy for you to just use it as a PNG file on different surfaces. Okay? How do you see this guy? How do you see this one now? Oh, he went and did the first one. I left the one that we asked for. You can see AI frame the touch. Okay, oh.
It's nice, but some may say it's not catchy enough, but like we said, it's Abiba's choice.
All right. Okay, so no problem. So, like I said, now we can do a lot with this one. Now we can now still go back. We're still in our design mode, right? Click on create image so that in image mode, you can say design a t-shirt with this. But let us design a restaurant attendant with restaurant wearing an apron with this logo and a branded chef hat. So we can do everything. Now that we have the logo, we can do this, we can do our flyers, we can do our videos with it. We have 20 minutes, we can do our website with it, and so on and so forth with it before we go. So I want to design I want to say design a restaurant attendant. So I went and said restaurant. So sorry, let me speak on it. Restaurant attendant. Oh, somebody understood what I was saying. It was spiritual something. So I said, wearing an apron with this logo and the branded. You can see this is apron, chef. You can see it now. You can see the restaurant. You can see this is what they call branding. You can see the chef have branded. The apron is branded. Everything is branded African chef. Now I like this, so I'll save this. But I will not talk about designing a flyer. Okay, let's design a flyer. So design the African, design a flyer. A flyer with the same brand. The same branding that promotes the business. So you can put details of the flyer like the website. Let's call it, assuming the website is called africanheritage.com. You can put your phone number. You can put your number there. Plus 234 80 85 86 whatever. You can put an email and say gmail.com, and then I say you can put your menu, whatever, just say create a flyer. So like I said, this is just play with them. This is an intro class, but we're not doing some deep stuff. It's just to play around to demystify what AI is all about for me. Then if you have the opportunity to go into a more detailed masterclass, you can now settle down to I have a question for if you are based in Nigeria, I have one question for you, please. Please indulge me, I'm doing a survey. Are you going to answer me, sir, and Max? You're in Nigeria.
Yes, I live in Nigeria.
On election day, if APC offers 50,000 naira to vote for us, what do you vote?
I think voting is a personal thing.
No. I'm just don't mind. I'm just doing the survey. How many Nigerians can resist 50,000 naira on election day?
Actually, I heard that in Ekiti, they actually did ask for the money to vote.
Oh, they even asked. They asked for it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a reflection of the present picture. So of where we are.
Exactly. There's so much.
You can see that this is the current reality that we live in. So even though the few are preaching against collecting and selling your vote and all of that, but because of the systemic weaponization of poverty, I mean, people are left with no choice. So it's like, go with the bandwagon. You can't stand on your own and say no, and all of that. So
that means all the guy has to do is to bring out 1 trillion naira and buy the entire vote, and he has won.
God may help us.
1 trillion, that's all.
But it's I mean, this is not the first time it's being done. It has been done. Elon Musk did it for Trump, giving 1 million every day to different people, across America. And that's earned them. So I don't know if they're learning from Africa or they refined what they taught Africa. So those are my thoughts. But it's nothing new, and it's not called corruption.
It's called lobbying abroad.
It's called strategy. It's a strategic way of getting to where you're going to. So we must craft a strategy to get out of this place as well.
Oh, you are in for a long one. I'm not the same. Okay, how do you see this flyer? Is it lovely? I like it. Some look like Trump. Trump said I like it from the top man. So, how do you guys see the flyer? Is it too dark or is it beautiful? What do you guys think?
Well, it's all right. It's okay. At least it captures all the information.
Yes. From a branding perspective, I think it might be too dark. As you said, advising that we use like a transparent background so that it gives us that free hand to pick and choose, what we would use. Well, what would we say the brand colors are for this particular company? We would say gold and black.
Gold, black, and white. And that
So exactly. So if we refine, I guess I believe we can refine the search or refine our prompt, to say use white background and do things like that.
Somebody is also saying that it's a bit busy.
Yeah, it's a bit busy. But overall, it's actually not bad. But I was thinking most flyers and everything do they all use white background? Because I know I've seen some using black.
Of course, you can use black. Like for me, this is also it also speaks to a different type of audience. If you're looking for a modern premium customer base, I mean, sometimes black when it comes to HNIs, high network individuals, and so like most of the branding for them, like the black car, VIP Express is called black. You don't even talk about them, but for mass market, retail mass market, then we're talking about more of white, blue, and the rest. All depends on the kind of audience too that you're targeting. But this is for me, it's lovely because we didn't give us so much information, so it was able to generate this based on information. That's why the point about these LLMs is that they have good memory. In fact, every single new model that comes on improves on the memory of the previous one. That is why once you are locked into an LLM, sometimes you are locked in for life. Do you understand? Because like me now, I have memory of this. I think it has memory of my life. It knows all the ideas I've been working on, all the business plans. I can tell you this reference, that thing I did with tabs. It knows about it. Reference amplify, it knows amplify. Reference Monday market, it knows Monday market. Reference, so he has this memory of you. So the more you use it, the more he's able to use that context to serve you better. All right. So I can tell him, provide me a resume for my life. If I say provide the resume, he will pick all the ideas I've been working on for the last 2 years, design a resume about me and everything because he has memories of me. So because of the memory he has about what African heritage is about to do, So he's able to come up with this information, even with a very scanty prompt. All right. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is either we'll do a video or we'll do a website. Which one do we do? Video or website? 12 minutes to go.
Website.
Website. All right. Thank you. Okay, let's do. So for website, I like using the tool called Lovable. So lovable.dev, you can see Lovable. I'm using Lovable. Let me put my prompt. But it's good. So further we can. So this is Lovable.dev. In case you don't know about it, so Lovable.dev. It's good. So I've built so many web apps, websites for myself, for clients. So I think the internet is just shitty. Let me just click on go to dashboard. So I have a brand new Lovable. So this is Lovable brand new template. So you have to sign up. When you sign up, they give you 5 credits. But if you want to buy credits, you can start with $20. You have 100 credits for $20 or whatever. So these are some of the tips I've built. You can see some of the websites, web apps that I've built. And I have over 7 accounts, over 7 to 8 accounts. So I've built close to 100 sites, over 100 sites. All right. So how do we go ahead to build a website? So let's go back to our plan. We can now tell you to come up with a plan, come up with a website plan for African heritage. Okay? So let's come up with a website plan for African heritage. So it's a will give you a plan, you copy that plan, you convert that plan into a Lovable prompt, and you move it into Lovable as a prompt. Okay. So you can see it's already doing that. So the goal of the website is to create a premium restaurant website that makes people book a table, order online, request catering, and fall in love with African heritage brand. So that's the goal of this website. Okay. So okay. So you can see it already has a plan for us. It has home, about the menu, reservations, online ordering, catering and private events, experiences, retail store, gallery, contact, and this. So I can copy this and simply go to Lovable and do it. Or I can just say, convert this to a prompt. Convert this into a Lovable form. So when I click on that, it will convert it into a Lovable. Now, with Lovable prompt, if you tell Lovable the kind of back end to use, the cloud infrastructure, everything that needs to be done. The user experience, user interface colors, the kind of hero section, and it's able to tell it some of the things that it needs to do. Sometimes it goes into more practical, technical details. So what I'll do now is just copy this prompt. Sorry, my system is giving me enjoy. So I have 2 minutes open up. All right, so I'll copy this thing now. This is Lovable prompt, right? What can I do? What can I do? Someone was telling me about the copy button. Sorry, where is that copy button? So let me copy this. So I copy this now. I'll go here. I'll come to Lovable, click. I'll just paste. Then I'll attach the logo. I'll go here and attach the logo, the African Heritage logo. So I want to attach the African Heritage logo. So I'll attach the two versions of the logo, the transparent version and the black version, black and white version. So I have the two versions of the logo here. Well, because I'll just click on, so we have issue of good. So I'm not planning on doing it, so I'll click send. makes sense if you just go ahead and begin to do. This is the easiest tool to build website. There are many tools like Lovable. You have this 44, you have Go, you have Cursor. Cursor is about to be purchased by Elon Musk for $60 billion. You have Reddit, Gent, you have Codex, you have Anti-Gravity, you have Cloud Code, Cloud Co-work, you have Perplexity Computer. So there are many options. So many options when it comes to building websites. So many options. But I'm in love with Lovable because Lovable, I've been able to master it over the years and I've built working solutions. I have a lot of website working solutions for my clients, live. So in the master class, we show you how to create, how to link a domain, to link a domain name to it, how to launch it to the public, how to integrate APIs. For example, you want to integrate Instart, Stripe, you want to integrate Firebase, you want to integrate all kinds of things to create working app, create dashboards, and create dashboards to control your app. You will receive information from clients, process it automatically, integrate AI into the website, and so many other things. So that will be in the master class. So you want to the master class. We have the master class coming up on July 3rd to 4th. I think it's just for 50,000 naira. I'll share the flyer so you can join our master class for the advanced automation, creating automations, creating web apps, proper web apps. I think it's affordable, just 50,000. So the flyer is out. It's on my status. Share with them so you can share with you guys if you want to join the class July 3rd and 4th, Friday, Saturday. So you can do much more in that class. You have less than 5 minutes to go. So let's hope that the website will be ready in 5 minutes so we can all visualize it together.
Someone give me a second. Okay, how do you see that?
Wow, this is nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
This is good.
Yeah. So a continent of flavor poured into everything. So like I said, anybody can do this thing. I'm not a developer. I don't know how to develop. Oh, this is lovely. I'm so hungry.
Oh wow.
So guys, help me now.
Where's the business owner?
Hunger,
Congratulations.
Hunger, they ask me, Hunger, Adiba.
Congratulations.
Well, AI, they try.
Yes, how can I get this, please?
No, we,
okay now.
this entire thing is recorded.
Okay now.
Abiba, don't worry. Recorded, we are going to send it out to all the participants. And we are also having an advanced masterclass. So you can tune in. You can also tune into that.
So this is really one of the for you. We can build for you, and we need to do a proper one. But I don't know when you are ready to launch.
Yeah, this is even so compelling to go and start. I don't know about anybody.
Can we see the watch our story? How it looks like?
Can we start it, please? Can we just go and start it like tomorrow? Do you have a building? Because we're good to go. This one is. We can't do more than this one.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on it for a while, so yes, I mean, this is really nice.
So you already have the business plan to take to the bank to get your money.
So you just need to go and do small fine tuning, and we are good to. So next time we're in Atlanta, we are hoping to dine at yours.
Yes, so
I agree.
Okay, so like I said, we want to build for you. We are available to build. We charge this small something and do a proper web app so that customers can actually book for food and get delivery. They can be delivered to their doorstep in Atlanta. So very easy. All right, so just let us know. So I think the time is up. Well, this is 1 o'clock. This was meant to just tantalize you.
Oh, before we go, can we tap on what our story and prayer in?
What is that?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Where it says what our story.
What you were told.
Watch our story. I can see
on the web page, on this landing page of the website.
Yes, on this landing page.
One of the buttons at the bottom.
There's nothing. These are things you have to now build in.
Okay.
There's no video yet, but you can create a video on here.
All right.
Create a video on LinkedIn and all the rest. Create a video and then attach that video. So when they click this button, the video pops out and plays for them. All right.
Okay.
You can create a video using other. These are part of.
But can you drop your number and everything so I can get back to you?
Of course, you can. Yeah, my number is here.
Continue.
We are going to do. There is a recording of all of this, and we're going to send out his details. And Yusuf, please, can you take over and
I understand you guys have a WhatsApp group, right?
No. We are even going to send out his details to be attached to the recording, so that if you want to reach out to him, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. And I think he has also added his telephone number here, so you can also reach him on that. All right. So our vote of thanks comes from Yusuf, the platform manager. Yusuf, can you come up?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So before we bring this session to a close, on behalf of Capstone Marketplace Community, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to everybody who made today's masterclass a success. First and foremost, a very special thank you to our facilitator, Mr. Darlington Onyeagoro, for generously sharing your knowledge, experience, and practical insights with us. Your ability to simplify artificial intelligence and demonstrate its real-world applications has been truly inspiring. So we are grateful for the time, expertise, and the values you shared with us today. And to every participant who joined us from different locations around Nigeria and the world, thank you for investing your time in learning and growth. Your presence, engagement, thoughtful questions, and enthusiasm made today's session interactive and worthwhile. We trust that what you've learned today will not only increase your productivity, but also open new opportunities for your business, career studies, and personal development. I would also like to appreciate the leadership of Capstone Marketplace Community, our convener, Mrs. Temilola Olasende, and everyone who worked behind the scenes to organize this masterclass. Thank you for your dedication, commitment to empowering people through practical knowledge and continuous learning. Although today's session is coming to an end, we hope this is only the beginning of your AI journey. Continue exploring, practicing, and applying what you've learned today. The future belongs to those who are willing to learn, adapt, and grow. If you would like to watch this masterclass again or access the recording when it's available, we encourage you to follow our social media pages, Capstone Marketplace Community. We'll also be sharing the links to our Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok pages in WhatsApp and LinkedIn DMs after this class. So please stay connected with us for updates, future training, and valuable learning resources. Once again, thank you for being part of this remarkable experience. We wish you continued success and we look forward to welcoming you to many more impactful sessions in the future. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Darlington. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Regards to your family. We'll discuss with you shortly.
Thank you.